Did you know that humans throw away 2.12 billion tons of waste every year? Or that the fashion industry is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions, more than aviation and shipping combined? These shocking facts highlight just how much damage we're doing to our planet every day. But here's the good news: the power to change things is in our hands. In this video, we're diving into 6 exciting, game-changing ideas that can help us live more sustainably. From eco-friendly travel tips that will blow your mind to futuristic homes that create their own energy, you'll discover practical solutions you can start using today. Plus, we'll show you how small shifts in what we buy and how we live can make a huge difference for our planet. Stay tuned to learn how you can be part of the solution. Let's take a step towards a greener, cleaner world, together. Chapter 1: The Power of Green Architecture. Building with nature. When it comes to sustainable living, green architecture is a game changer. It's about designing buildings that not only reduce environmental impact but actually work with nature. Think of homes made from recycled materials or buildings that generate their own energy through solar panels and wind turbines. Did you know that buildings are responsible for 40% of global carbon emissions? That's a huge number, but it also means we have the power to reduce it drastically by changing how we build. One of the coolest trends in green architecture is using materials like hempcrete, bamboo, and recycled steel. These materials are not just eco-friendly, but they also offer great durability and natural insulation. Hempcrete, for example, is made from hemp plants and lime, and it locks in carbon, making it a natural carbon sink. And bamboo grows faster than most trees, making it an easily renewable resource. Biophilic design is another key element. It's a way of bringing nature indoors through green walls, natural light, and plants. Research shows that biophilic spaces improve mental health and productivity. People living or working in these spaces report lower stress levels and higher creativity. For example, the Bosco Verticale in Milan, 2 skyscrapers covered in plants, are reducing pollution and helping cool the city. The future of sustainable homes is also bright with solar-powered roofs, rainwater harvesting systems, and energy-efficient appliances. A sustainable home doesn't just use fewer resources, it produces them. That's how some homes in the US have become energy positive, meaning they generate more energy than they consume. As cities grow, green architecture will help keep them sustainable. It's not just about saving energy, it's about creating living spaces that work in harmony with the environment. If we start integrating these ideas into our homes today, we can build a greener, healthier future for everyone. Chapter 2: Zero Waste Fashion. From catwalk to conscious sustainability in fashion is quickly becoming a hot topic. The fashion industry is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. That's more than the aviation and shipping industries combined. But here's the good news: there's a new wave of zero-waste fashion that's helping reduce this footprint. Zero-waste fashion means creating clothes with no waste during production, from cutting fabric efficiently to using recyclable materials. One innovative example is clothing made from mushrooms. Yes, you read that right, mushroom leather is the new vegan leather. This biodegradable material is made from the root structure of fungi and has a similar look and feel to animal leather. Companies like Myco Works are leading the way in using this material to create stylish, sustainable fashion. Another trend is upcycling. Instead of throwing away old clothes, designers are finding creative ways to turn them into new, high-fashion pieces. Brands like Patagonia and Levi's are championing this by turning old clothes into fresh designs, reducing the need for new resources. In fact, upcycling is one of the best ways to reduce textile waste, which accounts for 92 million tons of waste every year globally. Sustainable fashion isn't just about what you buy, it's about how you wear it. Extending the life of your clothes by repairing them or swapping them with others helps reduce waste. Clothing swaps are growing in popularity, where people trade their old clothes instead of buying new ones. Did you know that just by buying fewer, higher quality items, you can reduce your clothing waste by 80%? Even small steps matter. Simple habits like choosing natural fibers over synthetic ones can have a big impact. Organic cotton, for example, uses 91% less water than conventional cotton. And sustainable materials like hemp, tencel, and recycled polyester are all gaining ground as eco-friendly alternatives. Zero-waste fashion is not only possible, but it's becoming the future of the industry. By embracing sustainability, we can all play a role in changing the world one outfit at a time. Chapter 3: The Green Revolution of Urban Farming. From rooftops to tiny apartments, urban farming is one of the most exciting developments in sustainable living. It's all about growing food in cities where space is limited. Imagine harvesting fresh vegetables right from your rooftop or balcony. Urban farming is more than just a trend, it's a movement that could revolutionize the way we think about food production. In cities like New York and Tokyo, people are growing everything from tomatoes to herbs on their rooftops. These rooftop gardens help reduce the urban heat island effect, lower energy costs, and provide fresh produce. Urban farming is also a way to reduce the carbon footprint of transporting food long distances. Did you know that the average meal in the US travels over 1,500 miles before it reaches your plate? By growing locally, urban farmers can cut this number down significantly. Another trend is vertical farming, which involves stacking crops on top of each other using hydroponics or aeroponics. This method saves space and water. In fact, vertical farming uses 90% less water than traditional farming. Companies like Aero Farms in Newark, New Jersey, have already built large vertical farms that produce food all year round without soil. Even in tiny apartments, people are turning small spaces into food-growing havens. Compact hydroponic systems that can fit on countertops allow you to grow herbs, lettuce, and even strawberries indoors. These systems use water and nutrients to grow plants without soil, making them perfect for city dwellers with limited space. One of the greatest benefits of urban farming is its ability to promote food security. It's a way for communities to take control of their food supply, reducing dependence on large-scale agriculture and grocery stores. In some cities, urban farming has become a community effort, bringing neighbors together to grow food and share knowledge. Urban farming also encourages healthier eating habits. When people grow their own food, they are more likely to choose fresh, organic produce. Plus, it's a fun and rewarding activity that connects people with where their food comes from. Urban farming also improves the environment. Plants help absorb carbon dioxide and provide oxygen, helping to combat climate change. As urban populations continue to rise, urban farming offers a solution to the challenges of food production and sustainability. By transforming our cities into green spaces, we can create a more sustainable, healthy, and self-sufficient future. If you're loving these ideas and want more ways to live sustainably, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next video. Chapter 4: Eco-Travel, the future of conscious adventures. When it comes to traveling, eco-friendly options are becoming more popular, and for good reason. Traditional travel can have a massive carbon footprint, but conscious adventures are paving the way for a greener future. In fact, the tourism industry is responsible for about 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions. This statistic is a wake-up call for those who want to travel without harming the planet. Luckily, there are plenty of ways to explore the world sustainably. The key to eco-travel is making mindful decisions from start to finish. One of the easiest changes is choosing how you get from place to place. Opting for electric vehicles, EVs, or taking the train instead of flying can significantly cut your carbon emissions. Trains, especially in Europe, offer a comfortable and scenic alternative to air travel, and they emit far less CO2. Did you know that taking the train from London to Paris releases 90% less CO2 than flying? Another great strategy is staying at eco-conscious accommodations. More and more hotels are going green, using renewable energy, conserving water, and adopting zero-waste practices. For example, the Hilton hotel chain is working towards a goal of reducing its carbon footprint by 61% per room by 2030. These eco-friendly hotels often have gardens or rooftop farms, allowing guests to feel connected to the land they're visiting. When planning eco-travel, think about your destination too. Avoid places that are overrun by tourists, as they often contribute to overcrowding and environmental degradation. Instead, try visiting lesser-known gems that emphasize conservation and sustainability. For example, Costa Rica has earned global recognition for its ecotourism, focusing on preserving rainforests and wildlife. Lastly, don't forget to pack lightly and wisely. Reducing your luggage means you're reducing the weight on planes, which can lower fuel consumption. Packing reusable water bottles, eco-friendly toiletries, and sustainable clothing ensures that you aren't contributing to plastic waste while abroad. Eco-travel is all about being mindful of how your adventures impact the planet. Whether you're exploring the wild outdoors or visiting a city, your choices can make a big difference in reducing environmental harm. With conscious planning, travel doesn't have to be destructive, it can be part of the solution. Chapter 5: Waste Not, Want Not, Circular Economy in Action. The traditional linear economy, take, make, dispose, has long been the norm. But now, we're shifting toward a circular economy, where products and materials are reused, refurbished, and recycled to minimize waste. This concept is changing the way we think about consumption and could be the key to a sustainable future. One of the most impactful strategies in a circular economy is reducing waste through upcycling. Instead of tossing out old items, businesses and individuals are finding new ways to give them life. Companies like IKEA are leading the charge by repurposing old furniture into new products. For instance, IKEA's circular business model allows customers to return used furniture for store credit, which they can then recycle or refurbish. Another critical strategy is designing products with longevity in mind. A growing number of brands are creating items that are built to last. Patagonia, known for its outdoor clothing, has long advocated for buying less and investing in high-quality, durable products. Their Worn Wear program encourages customers to repair, reuse, and buy second-hand items, cutting down on waste. The role of recycling in the circular economy cannot be overstated. In Europe, more than 30% of plastic waste is recycled, but there's still a lot more that can be done. In fact, the recycling rate for plastics in the US is only 9%. One way to improve recycling is through better sorting and better public awareness about which materials can be recycled. Another example of circular economy success is in fashion. Brands like Stella McCartney are embracing circularity by designing clothes that can be fully recycled at the end of their life cycle. These clothes are made with materials that can either be repurposed or broken down into new fibers, preventing the waste that typically ends up in landfills. The circular economy is all about closing the loop. By rethinking how we design, produce, and consume, we can reduce waste and lessen the burden on the environment. The more we integrate these practices, the more sustainable our industries and daily lives will become. Chapter 6: Tech for Good. Innovating for a green future. Technology has the power to change the world, especially when it comes to sustainability. With the right innovations, tech can help us reduce our carbon footprint, conserve natural resources, and improve energy efficiency. The idea of tech for good is not just a buzzword, it's a powerful tool for creating a greener future. One of the most exciting advancements is in renewable energy. Solar and wind energy are becoming more affordable and accessible than ever. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, the cost of solar energy has fallen by 89% over the last decade, making it the most cost-effective form of energy in many parts of the world. Many companies and homeowners are installing solar panels on rooftops to reduce their reliance on fossil fuels. Another game-changing innovation is energy storage technology. One of the biggest challenges with renewable energy is that it's not always available when needed. However, new battery technologies are allowing us to store excess energy for later use. Companies like Tesla have developed large-scale energy storage solutions that can power entire communities, reducing dependence on traditional energy grids. Smart home technologies are also playing a significant role in sustainable living. Devices like smart thermostats, energy-efficient lighting, and home automation systems can reduce energy consumption by up to 30%. For example, the Nest thermostat learns your schedule and adjusts heating and cooling to save energy when you're not home. These small changes can add up to significant energy savings and a reduced carbon footprint. Blockchain technology is another innovation that can drive sustainability. It's being used to trace products along the supply chain, ensuring that goods are sourced responsibly. This transparency helps companies and consumers make informed decisions about where products come from and how they're made. By using blockchain, we can create a more sustainable and ethical global marketplace. Finally, sustainable tech isn't just about reducing our negative impact, it's about enhancing the natural world. Companies are using technology to restore ecosystems and protect wildlife. Drones, for example, are being used to plant trees in deforested areas, helping to combat climate change and rebuild habitats. Tech for good isn't a future possibility, it's happening now. From renewable energy innovations to smart homes, technology is helping create a more sustainable world. By continuing to invest in green tech, we can accelerate the shift toward a cleaner, greener planet. Make sure to subscribe for more tips and tricks on sustainable living. Let's change the world together.